That's right guys, it has finally arrived in Australia, the new Arrma Kraton 4x4 4S BLX. So this is obviously classed a V2 Kraton, but it does include the very much talked about center differential, just like what come in the Arrma Mojave, and it was an awesome addition. And that's why I thought I may as well try the Kraton out as well. I love the Kraton 6S, and this is not much smaller, but it is 4S, so I think it's going to be a nice lightweight setup, but being quite large, it's going to be very capable as well. We do have a few different color options. We've got the red and the green there. Obviously I've gone the green. Now I believe it comes in a blue as well, but I could be wrong. That could be the old version of this car. Now just before we dive in, we'll take a look at the box. Now as you can see, it is ready to run, but it does require batteries and a charger. And because the speed control has dual IC5 connectors, you can actually run dual 2S batteries, a single 3S battery, or a single 4S battery. It is waterproof, all metal gears, 4S capable, and as with quite a few of the Arrma cars, it comes with the Spectrum SLT3 2.4 GHz 3-channel transmitter, paired with the little Spectrum SR315 3-channel dual protocol receiver. We do have a new servo. This is a Spectrum S662 Metal Gear Servo, 17 kilo, which should be really good for this car. We also have a new version of their 120 amp speed control. This is the Firma 120 amp V2 smart waterproof speed control, 3 to 4S, and as I said, it does come with dual IC5 connectors. And we have the same motor that come in the Mojave, the Spectrum Firma 3668 2400 kV brushless motor with the heatsink and cooling fan. Rubber sealed ball bearings throughout the EXB differentials front and rear, as well as that much needed center differential. 17mm wheel hexes, EXB drive shafts, long travel, big bore oil filled shocks. Lots of goodies in here guys. Alright, so the first thing I have to say is that green color is absolutely stunning. I didn't expect the green to actually be almost fluorescent, almost glowing guys, it's crazy. We got the awesome D-Boots Copperhead 2 LP wheels on there. The tires are pre-vented as you can see, and the tread itself does look a little bit chunkier than the original LPs, so I think these are going to be awesome. Very nice front bumper and skid on there. As I mentioned before, EXB drive shafts or CVD drive shafts, as well as on the back there. We can also see those beautiful big bore aluminium oil-filled shocks. Got a very low set wheelie bar, bearings in the wheels. The wing mount, it looks very chunky, very strong. I think that should do a good job of holding the wing in place. Got little mudguard stone deflectors on the rear swing arms. That should keep most of the debris and stuff away from the shocks and the drive shafts. The swing arms are super beefy. I reckon it would take a massive corner hit to break these swing arms. And then we've got that super nice modular style chassis. Very similar to the Mojave. I believe it's a little bit shorter, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be just as strong. Okay, so I've found a bit of an issue before even taking the shell off. I'm not sure whether it's a design flaw or I've just been unlucky, but when I push the front end down, the shock protector, as you can see, it's sitting in front of the body and it is actually pushing the body up. So it's putting a lot of pressure on that body pin there, as well as the actual body post. So I think the only way to get around that is to trim the shell, but we will get to that in a minute guys. For now, we'll get the shell off and take a look at the rest of the parts. Alright, so the first thing I noticed, these massive mud guards with the little upturned or flattened out parts. I haven't got the previous model, but I'm pretty sure this is a little bit different, a little bit bigger, so it will keep a bit more of the dirt and stuff out of the chassis. Both front and rear shock towers are super strong, super chunky honeycomb style, as you can see on the inside there. The body posts are really flimsy, flexible plastic, but I'm assuming they've done that on purpose, maybe to prevent damage to the actual shell. We have full adjustable tie bars, front and rear. We've got the nice aluminium top center brace there with the rubber part at the front that allows a little bit of flexibility in the chassis. It's a little bit hard to see the steering assembly, behind all that mudguard. But we do have a new steering assembly. Apparently it will prevent too much dirt from getting stuck in there. Hopefully that works, because the Mojave did have an issue with stuff getting stuck in the steering. We have the new 17 kilo servo just here, the new version 120 amp speed control, and underneath that we got the receiver box, motor here, as well as the cooling fan and heat sink. Over this side, in the tangle of wires, we've got the battery bay underneath there. It's not huge, but I think we should be able to fit some decent 3 and 4S batteries in there. This is the wire holder kind of thing. Now, I didn't realize it was actually part of the battery strap, which is a little bit disappointing. I think this is going to get really annoying, having to move it all the time, trying to get batteries and stuff in. I think I'll be replacing that with a normal battery strap, because I've got to cut my leads and connect my 5.5mm gold connectors anyway. So, and then we got the main feature, that being the center differential module with the aluminium motor mount to that telescopic center drive shaft with a little support bearing there. Now, my Mojave center differential was set up pretty well out of the box. Hopefully this is the same, but I can definitely tell we're going to need some spring stiffeners in the rear. That is sagging quite a lot. And again, guys, this is ready to run, so you do get the SLT transmitter. It's got all your trims and steering rates and everything on the back and front there. 4 AA's for the controller. All the information, user guide and instruction manuals that you need. An official Kraton 4S card with a little scan codes on the back. And as with most of these ready to run Arrma cars, you do get a few extra spring stiffeners, a couple of tools like the Allen keys there, and the wheel wrench. Right guys, so if there was anything I missed, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now all I've got to do is get a battery charged. I'll definitely go straight to 4S with this one. I won't bother about running 3S. We've got to trim the shell so the shocks don't get caught. Get some spring stiffeners in the back, and I think that's it. We can take it out, give it a speed test, see if it'll hit the 55 miles an hour that they claim on the box, and then definitely give it a good bash test. I can't wait for this one, guys. Let's do it. As you can see, we're just back at my normal spot, but I did bring the ramp as well. So when I get a little bit bored, or if I get a little bit bored of this spot, I'll head up to the bark piles, get the ramp set up and do a couple of sends. And I'm not sure whether it's that noticeable actually, but I did end up trimming the shell. Might get a few little wear marks on the inside because the shock protector does actually hit the inside of the shell now, but at least it won't get caught on the outside. Should be fine. I didn't touch any of the settings or anything on the ESC, so this is completely as it come out of the box. Nice. And actually one thing I didn't mention, and I didn't actually notice myself in the review unboxing part of the video, is they have got a different setting here. It was originally on the outer hole here, but I did also put some spring stiffeners on the rear. That obviously lifts the rear end a lot. This doesn't have sway bars either. I probably should have mentioned that. I don't mind cars without sway bars. I used to run basically all my cars without sway bars. I think this is going to be a good setup car for me. Wow, this is definitely the biggest 1/10 scale car I've ever had. I think it's the biggest 1/10 scale I've ever seen. I might have to dial that dual rate up a bit, steering dual rate. Wow, it is so quiet, so quiet. Nice, the shocks seem to be pretty well set up out of the box. Plenty of centrifugal force to pull out of them jumps. Oh, first roll. The steering does seem a little bit weak actually.
wow. Yeah, they've really done well with these new 4S rigs.
Yeah, yeah. Aims for taking, not at first place, moving, shaking, stuck in the blaze. Aims for taking, not at first place, moving, shaking, stuck in the blaze. Take attention, stir from the spot, show emotion, just get face. Take attention, stir from the spot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh! Oh, I'm having a lot of fun already. One crash so far, guys. It's awesome. There's the second crash and onto its roof. All right, well, since I ended up on my roof, I might pack the car onto the ramp, head up to the bark piles and see if we can get some decent backflips and stuff, guys. Pretty keen to send this thing. Hello. All right, let's see how we go with some bigger jumps. Beautiful. Alright, here we go. First big jump. Super smooth, just flies through the air. Didn't have to touch the throttle or brakes or anything. Oh, we've got stuff stuck in the steering. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Yep, well, it is different to the Mojave, but just like the Mojave, it has issues with bark, at least, getting stuck in the steering assembly. Oh no, that's already low voltage. Yeah, low voltage jump. And that's it, that's all finished. Well, we definitely got a few decent flips, few decent jumps. I'm a little bit disappointed that we're getting stuff stuck in the steering, stuff in the fan maybe. But no guys, it done really well. It took every jump very nice. Shocks and everything seem pretty good. I personally think that they do need maybe a little bit thicker oil in both front and rear. The center differential's pretty good, but I'd probably again go a bit thicker. As everything else on the truck seems to be holding up very well. I mean, I didn't have much of a bash today because I only brought one battery, but yeah, I'll definitely be keen to bring this back out with a few changes. I think it's going to be another epic car, guys, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I love that green.